Hey everybody, welcome to HCH Coloring. My name is Heidi, and today is going to be part 5 of my completed pages catch-up videos, where I show you all the pages that I've colored since I've been away. And so this video is going to be July, August, and September of 2024. So let's get into it. The first book I have is Daydreams by Hannah Carlson, and I have 2 pages in this book. This one is something a little different for me. It was a color along, and I don't follow color alongs. This was, I think, the first one I've ever done. It was a color along. Actually, she calls it a reverse color along. Snickerdoodling LLC. I'll put a link in the comments, in my comments. Yeah, so what she does is she completes the page herself, and then she shows you what her color combos for the page were and talks you through how she did it so that you can do it yourself, but kind of do it your own way if you want, so you don't have to be, doing it exactly like how she's presenting it. So I thought that was a really cool idea, and I just gave it a try. It was interesting. I don't usually use color combos. I just kind of wing it and pick colors. I mean, I try to stick to a color palette and everything, but I don't like come up with actual color combinations like I see many colorists using. So doing that was actually, it was fun. It was like a nice structured way of doing a page. So you have some freedom, but also, you're within these certain color combinations in the specific palette. So it was really interesting to do. I like how it came out. The background is Distress Inks and applied with like a little makeup brush, and the pencil is all Prismacolors, and then there's a little bit of glitter gel pen on there. You probably won't be able to see that. That's okay. And the next one in this book was this one, and so this page was, if any of you know this book, sort of like a really simplified version of this. And the idea was like back when, this was like back in 2015, 2016, when colorists were, or when coloring books were starting to come out, there would be pages like, complete the fish, or, complete this drawing, draw more this or that on the page. And that sort of faded out after a year or two. But this was one of those pages. So what I did was I just took a Micron pen and copied, as well as I could, all the design on this side. And then I colored it with Crayola Super Tips and went over it with Polychromos. And I don't think there's anything else on there, nothing sparkly. The background is oil pastels. I'm not sure of the brand, but if I had to guess, I think it is Paul Ribbons. And then I was just trying to think of like how I blended it. I think I just blended it with my finger, if I remember. And then I sealed it with polyurethane glaze, the Craft Americana one that I showed in, I think it was the last video. So yeah, and it transferred just a tiny bit over here, if you can see, but it's fine because I'm planning on doing this side pretty much the same way as this side. So, you know, this will be all covered up and it'll be fine. Oops, sorry, bumped the camera again, oops. So those two are in Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. And then we have Summer Nights by Hannah Carlson. And I did this page that I call Bluebirds and Roses. They look like wild roses to me. So this page was with watercolors as a base, and then I used pencils on top. I think it was Crayola pencils, Crayola Super Tips somewhere on the page. I'm not sure where. And there's a little bit of sparkly stuff somewhere, like on the bee's wings, on that beetle. It's really small, so you probably won't be able, yeah, I don't think you can see it. Yeah, so, but I like how this came out. Yeah. That was in Summer Nights by Hannah Carlson. And then I did a page in Phantomorphia by Kirby Rosanis. I did this filigree butterfly is what I kind of called it. And so this page, I remember how I did this. I started out doing the butterfly wings without the black. In the original page, I think it's just the outlines. So I did this black with a very fine, like ultrafine Sharpie or some kind of alcohol marker. But before I did that, I did the color with Distress Inks. Just tried to get this kind of gradient going from yellow to orangey to pink and then purple and blue. And then when I went to do the background, I just tried to like tie it in with those same colors. So the background is alcohol markers for the most part, and a little bit of pencil on top for the shading. So there's that one in Phantomorphia. And then in this one, this is the Wizard of Oz by Fabiana Attanasio. This is the Polish version of this book. And I did this page here. And on this page, I used Crayola Super Tips, like this background here, you know, the little vignettes, this part here, I'm pretty sure that's Crayola Super Tips, and then I went over the top of everything with Brute Fooner, the 520 set, and yeah, I really liked those. I enjoyed them. I like the effect they have. They're very, you can do like soft, delicate details with them. I feel like they're more of an oily layering pencil, sort of like Polychromos. And then I used metallic watercolors on those little stars. Maybe I'll just bring it up a little bit. Yeah, so that was in The Wizard of Oz by Fabiana Attanasio. And then I have a page in Kawaii Tarot by Lulu Mayo. And this is just like a teeny little, it's like a half page. The Two of Swords. But I just thought this was such a cute image. So, and it was, you know, this part was black. So I went over that with Dragonfly Glaze. You can see there. So you can see the purple. It was I think it's called Red, Violet, Purple. And then I did the rest with pencil. I can't remember what kind, maybe Castle Arts. But I kind of tried to do an effect. It's so small, I don't know if you can, I guess you can see. I tried to do an effect with the, you know, the yellow highlights there on the dragons and the bunnies and the waves. As if the moonlight was showing on them. And yeah, I like this. Oh, and I went over the border with silver gel pen. Yeah, you can see that shining too. Yeah, so that was a fun little half page in Kawaii Tarot by Lulu Mayo. And then I did a page in Birds in the Forest by Denise Klett. I did this page, and I just did alcohol markers for the checkerboard background, and alcohol markers actually for the basing on all the birds. And then I went over the top with pencil. I think it was, if I remember right, Color Soft, Derwent Color Soft pencils. And I don't think there was anything shiny or anything going on here. Yeah, oh, it looks like, yeah, okay. It looks like I used water-based markers for some of the detailing on the birds as well. And the smaller areas. So that was Birds in the Forest by Denise Klett. And then I have a page in Woodland Kingdom coloring book, and this is by Toshiyuki Fukuda. And these are, even though it looks double-sided, these are actually single-sided pages. So I did the basing on this one with alcohol markers, and I went over the top with pencils. And there's a little bit, there's supposed to be, oh yeah, I don't know if you can see, yeah, on the butterflies, there's like a shimmer. I used some pearlescent glitter glue on the butterflies. But yeah, I like how this came out. It kind of has a dreamy quality to it. I like this gradient in the background and this kind of oval shape that I drew in or colored in. It's very subtle. I don't know if you can really see that, but yeah. Oops. So I like that page. It was in Woodland Kingdom coloring book. And the next one is in Matchstick Mouse Summer Coloring Book by Morgan O'Brien. And I did this camping page, which is so cute. I love these books. They're so adorable. And they're just really quick and fun. So this page I did with alcohol markers. This black background is already there. I used some paint markers in it. Oops. Some probably gel pens. I don't know, I can't tell. Some pencil for shading, and I don't know, maybe that's it. Yeah, but I think that came out cute. It was in Matchstick Mouse Summer Coloring Book. And then I did a page in Woodland Watercolor by Claire Therese Gray. And I did this page here with all these little individual animals and plants. And this was with Graby watercolors and white Posca. But I liked how they worked on this paper. The Grabies are actually quite nice. They're not, you know, they're not good quality, but they're decent. And they're very, they have some bright colors, pastel colors in the set. I don't have it to show you, but it's one of those sets with like a ton of different colors in it, metallics and pastels and neons and everything. So yeah, I like how that came out. And that was in Woodland Watercolor by Claire Therese Gray. And then I have, this is not really a huge deal, but the title page in Small Victories by Johanna Basford. In this book, I don't think I started from the beginning, but I went back and did, you know, the beginning pages. So it was the title page that I did this time. All in blues and purples. Pretty simple, just with pencil. And yeah, I don't think there's anything sparkly on here. It's mostly just pencil. But maybe I'll just bring it up a little bit. Well, maybe on the stars there, those are sparkly, perhaps. And that was in Small Victories. And then we're getting down to like the mandalas and that kind of thing. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books to go. This is Beautiful Flowers by F. Sanaz Bach. And I just did this page, this mandala, just a quick, easy page. This was with alcohol markers and paint pens on top for all the little dots that I like to do. But yeah, I thought it came out cute. It's summery. And in the Reverse Coloring Book by Kendra Norton, I did this page. And most of you probably know, but if you don't, these books are where she gives you the color, these watercolors, and then you can go over it with whatever you want, really. You draw the line art or whatever strikes your fancy. So I did this, and this was with, this is actually something different. This was with a glass dip pen with some purple calligraphy ink. So I have to hold it up a little bit above the camera again. But yeah, all those purple lines, the more delicate purple lines that you see, that's with the glass dip pen. And then the black, heavier lines, that's Pilot G2 gel pen. And that is where the ink pen, or with the dip pen, like accidentally dropped some ink on the page, but didn't bother me too much. So yeah, once in a while, these are really, really fun to do. I love these books. I have all 3 of them. Yeah, they're fun. That was the Reverse Coloring Book. And then we have Geomandala by John Wick. And I did the first page here with Crayola colored pencils, just pencils. So this took a little bit of time, but it was fun. I like the delicate colors against that black background. That was Geomandala. And then In Balance by Angie Grace. This is the book that I am working in from front to back. Trying to finish someday. It'll be a while, but this is just kind of one of my relaxation books where I don't think too hard about it. I just have fun for the most part. So I did this page, and I actually really like how this one came out. I used a whole lot of different things on this page. I don't know if I can get it to show. There's some Jelly Roll glaze on there, the green, the darker green. Yeah, you can kind of see it, maybe. There's Jelly Roll metallic. There's watercolor of some sort that's crinkly. There's some alcohol marker. There's probably some pencil, I can't tell. Paint pen. There's a lot of different stuff going on here, but I like how the colors came out. It's sort of an unusual color palette, but I think it kind of works. So that was In Balance by Angie Grace. And then in the Alhambra coloring book by Nick Crossling. This is a Dover book, double-sided with the not so great paper. But still a nice book. I did this page, just really pretty simple, with just pencil and a little bit of paint markers in some areas, like here and here, but mostly just pencils. And I was just, you know, enjoying the textures, the colored pencil textures, the sort of delicate look that you can get with just pencil. Yeah. So I like that one. That is in Alhambra coloring book by Nick Crossling. And we're down to the last two. These are pretty simple ones too. This is Wild Techulations by John Wick. And I just did this page. This is just alcohol markers, just, you know, relaxing, sort of mindless coloring, but and they're fish, if you can't tell. Once you look, once you see it, you'll see it. But yeah, little goldfish or something. So that was relaxing and fun in Wild Techulations. And then the last one is also no big deal, in 50 Classy Mandalas by Camille Angelkova. I just did the title or the nameplate page, and this is alcohol markers, pencil on top for some shading, and some white gel pen or Posca or something for the highlights. Yep, just simple, fun. That was 50 Classy Mandalas, and that's it. It's a little bit shorter video this time. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Give me a like and a comment if you are so inclined. I love to have comments, and it helps my channel out too. So yeah, thanks so much. Hope you're enjoying your coloring and that all is well with you, and I'll see you in the next one.